Welcome everybody, my name is Jonathan. How to solder copper pipes together. Let's get to the video. The ends of your pipe really need to be clean. What you should do is probably buy one of those kits that has everything in it, the solder, flux, the emery paper, brushes. First you want to clean the ends with your emery cloth. I'm gonna sub that for just some sandpaper today. See how nice that is? Emery cloth is water resistant and won't tear as soon as it gets wet. Nice, shiny, gorgeous, copper, ready to solder. I'm gonna clean the insides of the fitting where it makes contact. Flux. Flux all of the surfaces that are going to be welded together. I'm trying to get the video done real quick before my bird in the sky comes down. What's up, dude? Hey, how are you doing? I'm experimenting with multi-cameras. I want to go left. Okay. Good. I'm gonna use propane. I'd rather use MAP gas, which is in the yellow bottle, but I've got this right now. This will work. It's a little windy out here today. We'll make do. I wish you could see the flame. Add the heat to the joint part. You want the heat to draw the solder in. You're gonna see the flux heat up and start bubbling out. As soon as it's ready, you'll know it's gonna suck that solder right into the joint and drip out the bottom, probably why it's called sweating copper. Not ready yet. That's why MAP gas would be quite a bit nicer to use. It's got a little bit more heat. It speeds the process up a little better. Oh, hey, what are you doing over here? Go back. Give it another minute. Yeah, it's cold today. This is really interesting. I might be running out of propane. It's kind of pulsating. Good. You see how the solder's dripping out the bottom? That's great. Let's do this one right here. What you want to do is you want to take a wet rag and you want to wrap it around the other joint. It's a bit of a heat sink so you don't mess up your other work. If you're doing it like this, you can kind of do all three at once and not worry about that, but that's not always the way it is when you're doing a plumbing job. I don't know why I brought all these cutters out. It's so cold out here, the heat sink might be stopping it from getting warm enough. Let's take this heat sink off just in case that's causing the trouble. You see the color of the copper changing? Almost. Oh no, we lost our eye in the sky. Here we go. You seen it? It's just sucking it right into the joint. Some people say you can move it around. That doesn't matter. It's going in. Man, it's going in slowly. I'm gonna do this last one here. It doesn't matter if it's upside down or right side up. If it's gonna work, it's gonna work. It's taking the solder nicely, and you should have a nice solid joint. The key is to get the heat level right. You could see why using MAPP gas would be advantageous, because the propane, I was having trouble getting the copper hot enough out here in the nice cold wind, of course. But with MAPP gas, that would not be a problem. Get the copper hot enough until you see that the copper, that the solder is getting sucked into the joint and dripping off the bottom. You don't really need to move it all around like some people say. I don't think that matters. I think it's gonna get drawn in anyway. One thing to keep in mind is you can mess it up and make a bad joint. You won't really know until you pressure the system up. It's either a good joint or a bad joint. So don't worry about it. You'll know if it's a bad joint. That's the basics of doing copper pipe soldering. Thank you so much for coming to my video. It was a pleasure. There'll be more. See you on the next one.